The moon, a giant dusty rock floating around Earth, yet we're more eager to set foot on it than a tourist on Black Friday at a shoe sale. But what does it really take to transform this rocky neighbor into our cosmic airbnb? The need for a lunar base camp, setting up Moon's airbnb. NASA's Artemis program is pioneering the next phase of human exploration, with plans to establish Artemis Base Camp at the Moon's South Pole. Think of it as humanity's first off-Earth outpost, complete with a guest list limited to astronauts. The camp, envisioned as a long-term habitat, will feature everything from power systems to waste disposal, aiming to sustain human life for extended periods. Beyond just being a living space, Artemis Base Camp will also serve as a crucial research and development hub. Here, astronauts will test new technologies in extreme conditions that mimic those of Mars, making it the ultimate lunar workshop. This camp is a vital stepping stone in transforming short-term lunar visits into more permanent human presence. As our home away from home, it will be the headquarters for all lunar operations, supporting not just human exploration, but also science and technology missions that could unlock the secrets of the solar system. Lunar logistics. How do we get there? One of the critical challenges of moon colonization is not just getting there, but getting there in style. Okay, maybe not style, but efficiency. With rockets being the equivalent of that clunky suitcase with wheels that barely roll, advancements in reusable rockets like SpaceX's Starship and NASA's Space Launch System promise to make trips to the moon more sustainable and cost-effective. These rockets are not just more affordable, they also promise higher payload capacities, meaning more supplies, equipment, and eventually people can be transported in a single trip. In-orbit refueling techniques, a recent innovation, could further cut down costs and make space travel more feasible. Think of it like refueling your car mid-journey, but on a cosmic scale. As rocket technology continues to evolve, lunar missions will increasingly resemble long-haul flights instead of one-off, high-risk expeditions. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are already planning for a future where regular travel to the moon becomes as common as a commercial flight. Powering the moon, solar dreams, and nuclear realities. Solar power sounds like a dream solution, but long lunar nights, lasting about 14 Earth days, pose a significant challenge. So researchers are exploring other options, including small nuclear reactors, which could provide a more stable energy source. These reactors would serve as a lunar generator, keeping the lights on when the sun isn't around. Solar panels, while effective during the day, would need to be paired with advanced battery storage systems to ensure a continuous power supply during the long, dark lunar nights. Additionally, energy efficiency will be a key focus, with engineers working on optimizing power consumption to stretch limited resources. The successful implementation of these systems on the moon could have profound implications for Earth as well, potentially revolutionizing our own energy infrastructure. After all, who wouldn't want nuclear-powered energy grids that could withstand even the most severe natural disasters? Oxygen on the moon. Breathe easy. Breathing on the moon sounds like something out of science fiction, but it's becoming increasingly feasible. Scientists are exploring methods to extract oxygen from lunar soil, known as regolith. This technique, still in its experimental stages, could eventually provide a renewable oxygen source, making lunar life more sustainable. NASA's in-situ resource utilization programs are testing prototypes that could extract up to 90% of the oxygen from lunar soil. Imagine the possibilities. Future moon settlers might be able to generate oxygen on-site, eliminating the need for constant resupply missions from Earth. This breakthrough could also lead to the creation of lunar fuel, as oxygen is a critical component of rocket propellant. The moon may soon become a self-sustaining hub for space exploration, capable of supporting long-term human missions without reliance on Earth. Moon cars, driving in style. Just like you wouldn't visit a new city without renting a car, lunar explorers will need mobility on the moon. NASA's Artemis Base Camp includes plans for two types of vehicles: a lunar terrain vehicle, the moon's version of an ATV, and a habitable mobility platform that could support longer trips. These moon vehicles will be equipped with state-of-the-art navigation systems designed to traverse the moon's rugged landscape, Mobility on the moon is crucial not just for exploration, but for transporting materials and conducting scientific experiments across vast distances. Future lunar cars will also likely be powered by solar energy, further emphasizing the need for efficient energy systems. As lunar exploration expands, we could see a whole fleet of specialized vehicles from cargo carriers to lunar tour buses that ferry astronauts from one base to another. The dream of moon road trips could soon become a reality, complete with pit stops for cosmic selfies. Dealing with lunar dust, the ultimate housekeeping challenge. Lunar dust is no joke. Imagine the worst beach sand you've ever dealt with, but far worse. Lunar dust is sharp, sticky, and potentially harmful to both equipment and astronauts. Solutions are being developed to mitigate this dusty problem, from better spacesuits to dust-resistant materials. Current research is focused on creating electrostatically charged materials that could repel lunar dust, keeping both equipment and habitats clean. NASA is also testing new air filtration systems designed to capture even the finest dust particles before they cause damage. This is a far cry from sweeping the floors. Dealing with lunar dust requires high-tech solutions and constant vigilance. The successful management of lunar dust will be critical not just for maintaining equipment, but also for ensuring the health and safety of astronauts who will be living and working in this harsh environment. As with many challenges of space exploration, solutions developed on the moon could have applications back on Earth, particularly in industries where dust and debris pose significant risks. The legal and political landscape. Who owns the moon? Colonizing the moon isn't just about landing there, it's also about figuring out who gets to make the rules. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty declared the moon a global commons, but with private companies and various nations eyeing lunar resources, legal challenges are inevitable. New international agreements will likely be needed to avoid conflicts over lunar land grabs. Current discussions in the international community are focused on the concept of space as a shared domain, much like the high seas. However, as more players enter the space race, the potential for disputes over resources, particularly valuable ones like water ice, could escalate. The establishment of clear legal frameworks will be essential to ensure that the moon remains a peaceful and cooperative domain. Space law is still in its infancy, but it will need to grow up quickly as humanity prepares to establish a permanent presence on our celestial neighbor. Future lunar settlers may need to navigate a complex web of treaties, regulations, and agreements to ensure their activities align with international law. Sustainability on the moon. Environmental concerns. Even the moon isn't safe from the need for sustainability. Lunar colonization could alter the moon's landscape and raise environmental concerns, similar to how we worry about Earth. Scientists and engineers must consider how to minimize our impact, ensuring that our activities don't create long-term harm to the lunar environment. One of the primary concerns is the disruption of the moon's natural surface, which has remained largely unchanged for billions of years. Lunar mining, for instance, could have unforeseen consequences on the moon's geological structure. Environmental sustainability will also be crucial for maintaining the viability of lunar habitats, as excessive pollution or resource depletion could make life on the moon unsustainable. The establishment of environmental guidelines for lunar activities will be essential to ensure that we don't repeat the mistakes made on Earth. Future lunar settlements will need to prioritize eco-friendly practices, such as recycling and resource conservation, to maintain a healthy balance between exploration and preservation. Thanks for exploring the fascinating journey of colonizing the moon with us. From building lunar base camps to battling moon dust, the future of space exploration is both challenging and exciting. If you enjoyed this cosmic adventure and want to stay updated on all things space and beyond, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you the latest in science, tech, and exploration.